All right, everybody, here we are after hours again. Today was kind of interesting. We held on to those BABA puts. I mean, not puts, actually calls. And in the morning, we got a good burst of energy. And if we go back, we can see that it actually uptrended from yesterday after hours in China, giving us a good little push. So right here, it was a little bit worried, but we got a jump and we let it run a little bit here. And I think right here I felt weakness in the market correlating with the SPY, and I sold off, which was good because the market BABA kind of took off and went down. Kind of came back, try to reclaim the high over here, but it never did. So that trade was over with, and that was a good one to hold overnight. We made a little bit of profit and on to the next one. So after that, we just kind of sat and watched. I think I tried to get into NVIDIA over here with a couple call contracts early in the day. And let me open this up for you guys. Here. Open it up. So we're looking at NVIDIA, and there's a lot of consolidation right here. NVIDIA is real strong, and so I think I jumped in like right about here, which was a little too early. I got stopped out right here when it pushed me down. And then obviously it just took off. So I didn't want to chase the move, I just let it go. But instead of chasing that, things like to follow each other. So I went off and right away jumped into Netflix, which was a lot more promising. It consolidated, if we look at it, it obviously consolidated a lot longer than NVIDIA before it actually, boom, it took off. I felt the market was real weak. So when it got right about here, hit this level, I just sold them, made a little bit of money, and then I just said it was enough. That was enough for the day. I know we're bullish, but the market was just seeming squeamish. It didn't want to move any higher, I felt, and I just didn't want to play with the theta on these contracts. And then we did have a call out on McDonald's MCD, and it did good. It really did. I mean, this was an easy trade. I hope some of you guys got in on it. I mean, it really moved well today. It actually had a good breakout in the pre-market. Jumped, really took off pre-market, and continued during today's session. A little bit of a jump pre-market, not too much actually. Kind of, there it is. There's that little pop I was talking about pre-market, which got investors and traders excited to see what would happen, and there it goes. You had a little bit of this. There was some money. If you bought right in here, even, it kind of just floated and then it took back off again. Really a good trade to be in. That's why one of our traders in the group, Marlon, he called out it, and I hope you guys got on board, because that was it's a clean, easy money maker, and you could have held it even into night. Even if we're having problems tonight, I still think that this thing will run for the next couple of days. It was a really good one, and that was a cool shout out right there. So I did some shout outs with Twitter, but I looked at it, I didn't like how it looked in the morning. Kind of twittery, I guess you'd say. It just didn't want to do anything that that I wanted it to do. I don't know why this Thinkorswim does this. Every time you jump into another screen, you have to refocus it, but that's what they make you do. Yeah, Twitter just, right when I saw it start going south, I was already feeling bullish. So when it starts going south, I don't want to, try to be a put player when my brain's going bullish. I want to look for bullish entries, and I just left it alone. And it kind of just, once it did this big dip, it kind of just consolidated right here, and then it looks like it's going down after hours. So we kind of left that one. I just said, nah, wasn't feeling it. I don't know if the market's overextended right now and we could get a little bit of a pullback, but I mean, stay bullish until you see otherwise, what I always say, because you're just gonna confuse yourself and cause more anguish than you need. What else did we call out here? Twitter, we called out Roku, which I don't think it did anything great either. And here's Roku. Well, look at that, it kept itself. Okay, so Roku kind of did what Twitter did. Just it's supposed to be strong, kind of did a bunch of stuff in the morning like it always does. Boom. I mean, if you're bearish, this is a good money maker in the morning. Get out while you can, and then I think it eventually just ends up finishing out the way it started. So nothing special there. And if we could just go look at the SPY, everybody likes looking at the SPY. How did that guy do? Well, this is why the market traded the way it did. I feel the SPY, did this. A lot of the techs actually held, like the big guys like Netflix and like Netflix down here and Nvidia, if we go back, held through this big storm, with the SPY crashing. But seeing the SPY be real weak like this just wasn't going to be it was going to be a long day, and it was just bouncing between the 1618 and the 100% level on the SPY. So I just kind of, today wasn't a day where we had good runners or anything like that, or good put runners either directions. It was more of a sideways move. So I don't think much is happening. I do see that we have a lot of squeezes right here. After today, all these names are just in squeezes. So if we have good news, this market could really give you a good push tomorrow with money. You could make some money on some calls, but if we have some bad news, this thing could really, the shorts will just, they're going to take over because they're already starting. See how they're doing it? They got their claws in now. So, but like I said, be bullish. They could get squeezed hard, and but let's not just watch it right now because we're going sideways. And I even feel like yesterday was, a little bit sideways as well. I mean, I think we had one good runner yesterday. I can't remember too much, but I'm pretty sure it felt sideways to me yesterday. I think we were bouncing at the 308 308 off the SPY yesterday as well. So, I mean, that's about it for today's market recap. I don't have much more than that I see. CMG's still down. Actually, let's go look at that. Let's see what CMG did today while we're here. Alrighty, let's see what you did. Okay. Let's see what CMG did. This was called out too as a runner for today, but because it was been beat down and due for a bounce. This one's really hard to trade too. This CMG, you can make money if you're right, but if you're wrong, oh boy, you're gonna get punished. And just kind of went down in the morning pretty fast, consolidated, went down again. Yeah, so if you had your stops, I mean, this thing moves so fast. I think you had lost your money on your contracts if you're bullish, and if you had your bullish even on MCD at the time, you'd be playing catch up because MCD moves so slow, McDonald's. But still held itself relative to what the market was doing, and it's still a strong stock, and it's definitely ready to fire. So we just have to keep our eyes on it and pay attention. But let's look at this VIX real quick here. The VIX is definitely was doing some weird stuff today. Boom, boom, back up, boom. I think we need to go to at least get into the 14 on the VIX. Sorry for my shaky hand. We need to get on at least 14 on the VIX, and we're climbing that way to get some volatility so we can get a good move. If we do want to move higher in the market, I think we need more volatility, get a strong push with these bigger tech stocks to have a nice bounce or a squeeze of some sort to slingshot us, to the 310, 312 area of SPY and to stay there for, again. So, but, who knows? We just had some bad news with China just come out after hours, of course, and could push that VIX up a little bit more. So everything happens for a reason. But that's about it for today. But we got a lot of squeezes, everybody, so be happy and keep trading. That's all I got. Have a good one.